Welcome to Line Podcast. Like it or not, the livest show in the O. We're ready to go. Let's introduce to my right, it's OGB.
Mazel tov, everybody.
Straight ahead, what's up, Hoagie?
What up, what up, what up?
To my left, Lil O.
Yeah.
Also joining us today, Jessie, a.k.a. Lions Man. What's up, man?
What's good, man?
How you doing? I'm your host, Mr. Tokes. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the show, everybody. Greetings, Lions family.
Feels good, feels good.
Sir.
How's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
I'm doing
Awesome possum. Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Well,
better.
He's doing a little better.
You getting better?
Yes, sir.
Good for you,
Life's
man.
good. Life
Good for
is
you.
good.
Well, that's beautiful, man. Everything's going good over here too. We just had 2 weeks off, so I feel amazing. I got a lot to get into in this episode. I believe that this episode is going to be amazing. We got a lot of good shit to talk about, so let's get right into it.
It's going to be his favorite anyway. So
Right, exactly. Inspired or not, be ashamed to die until you have scored some victory for humanity.
I like
That's
yeah.
deep.
Hell yeah.
That's deep. That's Paul
You know what I'm
Stamets.
No shit.
That's your boy Paul Stamets, Jesse.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, man.
A
Yeah.
sacrifice, brother.
don't leave the earth without doing it, right?
Right. And then I read, because it had like a little thing with it, and in it another cool thing said, it said, don't just look for purpose when you have the ability to create it. And I thought that was deep too, man. I love guys that speak like on that level, because it just shows you the level of intelligence that you're dealing with, man. And that dude is off the charts, man.
They put this feeling that you have to words, you know. It's like they just convey it.
Exactly.
They put
Like,
it all together.
Yeah,
perfectly.
it's like, holy shit, I could have spoke for 30 minutes trying to explain that. And you said
You
it
did it
like,
really good.
yeah, you said it, you
Thanks for that
consolidated it.
sentence.
Yeah.
like name that tune. I can convey this thought in 4 words.
Yeah.
Let me summarize this for you real quick.
Well, last time you saw me, I was not a champion. So, without further ado, we must play the Buccaneers designer anthem.
This is preseason.
This is
here, right?
preseason
Yeah.
right here.
Let's go.
Song ever.
Oh,
And Corey inspired Corey to make an improvement, but let's play the crappy one first.
by the way, I got the crappy one memorized already. I love this fucking shitty song.
We them Buccaneers in designer.
Okay.
We them pirates.
Yeah.
We them pirates.
Check it out,
Fire
Chris.
them cannons.
Get ready,
This is not Corey.
By my team, it might be a riot. We them pirates.
Hoagie, have you heard this one yet, Hoagie?
She loved me, and she took off her bra. She was a pretty Buccaneers cheerleader, and she a vet, she a leader. We them pirates, and she celebrated with me for my team. Let's get
That
it
hot
super
fire right
on.
there.
I love it.
This is Dylon.
Ring, ring. She love my
I would say
bling,
Dylon.
bling.
Hot fire.
Buccaneers designer, and she finer than fine. She tastes like sweet wine. We the Buccaneers, we ballin' on the football field.
Isn't this the worst thing you ever heard, Chris?
I ain't need no shit. I'm like Scott, I run through. This was good. Fire and cannons.
But it's so good.
Tampa Bay.
It's so bad that it's good.
Who's spitting this? Designers.
Oh, he was on
This is, I have no fun. We found it, bro. Some YouTuber.
Like we got money bags.
Yeah, some YouTuber, man.
He's trying, bro. That's effort right there.
He's a fan. He's a real fan.
He don't even got an old line, and he's still ballin'.
It's adorable.
Go Bucs.
Yeah, this is so.
Hey.
Wait. This inspired Corey for his. Now listen to Corey's rap.
Verse 2.
The king of whack.
Let's kick verse 2, Mike.
The king of whack.
Lay it down.
Verse yours.
Killer.
2020.
This is hilarious.
Biddy.
This that Cadillac or whack rap. Piggyback. That's why my feet aching.
Let's go.
I got it like that. We the Buccaneers in designer, hiding from a virus made in China. Don't know why Brady signed fire the cannons though, and who the Glazers have to blow.
I don't know. But good job.
Probably had to swallow a good one.
Good God.
And congratulations for finally punting on Jameis. I don't know what the shame is. He bludgeoned our anus, and people still pay homage to that
Garbage.
Like, hey, thanks, Jameis, just to
Fuck up the offense.
But now we got the GOAT, and yes, he knows what the job is, and he doesn't touch Uber drivers because he rolls with a goddess, and her name is Giselle. Hot as hell.
That's why he stay polished.
He got the Super Bowl at home and win this shit with no problems.
Woo! We champs, motherfucker! Let's go, baby!
I love it.
Oh, stand up, Tampa Bay. Oh, it feels good. How's it feel to be a champ?
Man, it
Hoagie.
feels amazing. I could walk around with pride. I got the most talks for everybody. You know what? I walk around telling everybody when I see them with they kind of jersey, especially Dallas fans. Sometimes because you always see a lot of Dallas fans. I say, hey man, you should trade in that Dallas hat for a Bucs hat.
That's terrible.
Hey, hold that
City
thought
of
for a
Champions.
second. While we got to go on the phone, we got JJ from Jersey on the phone. We got him on there.
What's up? Yeah, he's on here.
The only the only Buccaneer fan in the North besides New England Buck fans. Is that correct, JJ?
Nah, honestly, I think New England hates Tom Brady, yo.
Oh, they mad already?
Hey, he showed he could do it without Belichick, bro. So,
Right.
You know, it's the Brady show.
It's the Brady show, baby. How does it feel to be a champ?
Welcome to the Brady show. Welcome to the Brady show. You know, talking about he's declining in his game. He's looking like an average quarterback. I mean, well, I don't know. The man just has proven himself time and time again.
It's amazing. We champs, baby. Are we gonna repeat?
You want to know why we're gonna repeat? We're the only team that could toss around a trophy.
Over water, yeah. Over water.
Over water, boat to boat. Oh,
That bitch is
shit.
sinking.
Oh, I miss you, man. Hey, JJ, when were you born, man? What year?
1996.
So you were fucking 6 years old when we won our first Super Bowl. So this is the thing, dude.
No,
Can you believe 1996, we won in 2002,
2000.
right? 2003, 7, whatever. So see, we 6 or 7. But the point is, bro, do you know the only 2 Super Bowls we won were both blowouts?
Well, what I was happy about is
The first one was
a great
48-21.
blowout, and I believe we got 3 field goals, and they got 3 field goals, and we got 3 touchdowns, and they got none.
I'm surprised you get the field goals.
The defense, Todd Bowles, bro.
Yo,
I like
man,
that.
That guy.
Yo,
What was
top
your?
offense in the league? The top offense in the league held to 0 touchdowns.
Where'd you watch the game? Where'd you watch the game at?
Toe injury. You can't use a toe injury as an excuse. You got 9 other toes, bro. Like,
That's hilarious.
Kobe got the job done with less than 10 fingers.
Oh man, hey, listen to this
Iverson
though.
used to always get the job done with less than 10 fingers, man.
Did you hear the babooms from Jersey?
Oh, the boom, the boom, 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 boom.
Boom.
Let me tell you right now, there's a lot of mad people out here. Listen, Giants fans always hated Brady.
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
Then we got Cowboy fans over here. And then, I mean, I got the Jet fans on my side. You know, the suck Jet fans, they on my side.
Cowboys Nation.
they go with anybody.
Jets people go with anybody.
But then, the best is the Pittsburgh Steelers fans because old ass Ben Roethlisberger, he's in a wheelchair while Tom Brady's out there getting drunk on a boat.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Say, Grunk, get ready for this one.
Yup, that's his little brother.
Yo, there's this article that said Bucs fans made their own cannons fire during the unusual Super Bowl. It says in South Tampa business writer that the musician has lived a few blocks west of Dale Mabry since 1993. He occasionally heard joyful booms during the football season, but none were as loud as the thunderous booms he heard the night of the Bucs made history. This chick named Stephanie Hayes tweeted, "Okay, who actually has cannons in my neighborhood?"
I love it.
Oh shit, man. Yeah.
I just love how Gronkowski got two a touchdown.
Oh man, I was wearing my jersey with pride.
We should have known that he was going to go to the sure hands that night, man, because
That's what he knows.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, listen, we won championships together.
Yeah.
So guess what? We're gonna win this one together.
Yeah, this one's going in right
That's
here.
showing what we got.
Those first two broke the ice, yeah. And then
Yeah,
he
my
sped it
hands
around.
into your hands.
Yeah.
That's what it's always
Yep.
been. You know what I mean? So let's do it again.
And not for nothing, dude. He couldn't rely on the rest of those receivers to catch shit during a Super Bowl. They must have been so
under
nervous.
pressure. Under pressure.
Too nervous.
Under pressure.
Too nervous.
Gronk
I got
was
Tom
there.
fucking Brady.
Yeah.
That's on the verge of winning his 7th Super Bowl, and this is going to be the ultimate cherry on the sundae. And if we fuck this up, all anybody's ever going to think of is us.
Yo, I expected it to be closer though, man. Like, I really did.
I did too.
Yeah, like
I did too.
Because I expected the fourth quarter. Though they are both fourth quarter like comeback kids.
For sure.
It's like, damn, I was waiting for that. And it's like, oh hell no, this is getting blown the fuck.
Well, when you got a defense like them Bucs, you can't be the comeback kid.
I think I predicted a blowout on Kansas City side. I was like, dude, if there's going to be a blowout, it'll be Kansas City blowing them out. I could see that more than
I seen the upset.
I'm going to tell you how I
did
felt.
not think that was going to happen.
Coming,
I
though,
felt
'cause
like
I'm a Raider fan.
Me
And
too,
I
man.
seen-
Raiders. Yeah,
Oh,
right. Raider
God.
Nation.
That's
Yeah.
here we go. Here we go.
God.
We laid out the blueprint.
Yeah,
we
you
laid out the
did.
blueprint.
studied
We
the shit
beat
out of that
their
film.
ass.
You did.
We
You
beat 'em.
did.
They studied that game like a motherfucker.
You did.
This is how I thought. I thought Brady was on a run. He said, "All right, I got Drew Brees out the way. See you later." Ooh, Rodgers.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, that was
what I
amazing.
got the kid next. Let me do what I do with him. He goes, "I'm the GOAT." Let me take
That is
Mahomes
GOAT
Mahomes
shit.
out.
That defense
And that's the
showed
way it
up,
went.
though, man. That defense, man, shut
Brady
them
has
down.
acted this cocky in his whole career, but he just took out all the top quarterbacks in the NFL right now, old and young. He got the best wife. He got the best looking wife. What else is he gonna ask for? He got 7 rings.
7.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick. Everybody, the statement made by Tom Brady after the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers. What you crying for? We ain't done yet. Does that statement mean more now that they won it all?
Yeah.
1000%.
That was mean. Like, hey, it ain't over.
Bro.
And it's over, and you know we got this.
It's one
No,
thing to
it
just
ain't,
speak about it, but it's a whole nother thing to be about it, man.
Yeah.
And that shit is that dude is about it.
Yeah. All right. We won the little champion. No, we want to win the big champion game. You know what I'm saying?
yo,
We want to
he
win the
said-
bowl.
He said Chris Godwin was crying after the conference game, and he's like, I don't know why you crying for.
Because Chris Godwin had a garbage game. He dropped like 3-4 balls. It was right in his hand that game.
That's true.
And they
That's
still
true.
won. So
That
he
is
was
true.
under pressure.
That is true. I'd been crying too.
Yeah, and he finally caught one of the ones that meant something.
But
Yeah, he might have not been crying
Yeah.
happy tears.
No, he was like, man, thank God I
But
caught that.
that's leadership. That's leadership right there,
He was,
bro,
man.
'cause
He was stressed.
He was telling him straight up, like, we ain't fucking done yet. Don't worry that you fucked up. You
Yeah.
gotta still fucking come back.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, 'cause,
and
yo-
I'm throwing the Gronk anyway in the Super Bowl.
But against Rodgers,
fan, I'm going Gronk.
if we would have lost against the Packers, it would have been Godwin's fault
Yeah,
because he dropped some
Yeah.
real serious passes.
yeah. The refs were letting him play
that was
too, and they
also
were.
a big reason why we made it so far, though. He's a big piece of.
Yes. He-
Well, you know, Tom Brady has another legendary quote. Ironically enough, it came at the very front of his playing career before he even stepped foot on a football field. When he was drafted 6th round, he was passed up by all those teams. He got passed up by like fucking 2-3 times by some teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He got drafted by New England, walked right up to the owner, Robert Kraft, and said, "Hi, I'm Tom Brady. I'm the best decision this franchise ever made." Balls of steel.
Dog, that's letting you know I'm GOAT from RIP.
Dude. If you don't respect that, then you just don't have a pulse.
Well,
Yeah.
especially so far down the line too.
Yeah, and then you
Triple
showed
C,
him.
just like the
Poetry.
grind.
Poetry
best-
now. It's poetry,
Yeah.
dude. You need to put that in a museum. Fucking
Yeah,
put it-
think
yeah.
about how the people in that locker room looked at him when he said that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like who's this guy?
But isn't that the ultimate thing to tell you to believe in yourself no matter what. Six round pick out of Michigan, scrawny dude that looked like a chump in the Columbine, and everybody was laughing at him. And guess what? He went up and actually said that to the owner of the fucking Patriots, and now he's sitting there with 7 fucking Super Bowls.
And what did
Gave
they
them
tweet?
6.
Yeah, when it's hard just to win one.
Yeah.
That's what they tweeted exactly after that. Like, congratulations to the greatest. Like,
Wow, man.
wow.
Who tweeted that?
The Patriots.
It's
Did
crazy.
they?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's crazy?
It's crazy that so many people really hate him. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about it.
He won me over.
Half the people hate Tebow too, JJ. That's just the way the world works, bro.
That's true.
Hey,
No,
no matter
but
what.
I'm not even talking about us or talking about people on the field against him. Like, just think about how many people want to take him out.
What Tyrann Matthew say to him? The honey badger on the field when they were getting all animated. What happened there? Does anybody know?
What?
He tried to make it sound like it was something racist because the way he made
said
it,
he
but
didn't want to talk about it.
yeah, it was weird. Yeah, he said I don't want to repeat what he said. I think he said something like that.
Yeah, when Tom Brady got in his face and said something. I mean, he stuck up for himself. I mean,
Right. Well, Tom Brady talks a lot of shit, dude. I just want to hear what he's saying. Too.
Yeah.
I want to know what it
world
was.
wants to
Well, you
know.
gotta think.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to back your own shit up because a lot of people must go at them.
It's fucking full contact sport, dude.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
allowed to talk as much
Yeah,
shit as
so-
you want, sir.
so,
You're
yeah.
allowed to hit me whenever you fucking want. So lace them up and I'm going to talk to you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Because if I'm getting that first down and I'm putting touchdowns in your ass,
Because,
guess
you
what?
know-
You're going to hear about it.
Because you know what? If I'm Tom Brady and you sack me, I'm gonna get up and say, "That's all you got, bitch."
Facts.
You wanna know what's crazy? You wanna know what's crazy? I bet you he talks his shit in a professional way. Like,
By now,
he
yeah.
tells one of the hood players on the field, "Oh yeah, go fuck yourself. Watch this." Going 80 yards to my left. Watch this.
It blows their mind.
Pisses him off.
All right.
Like Bobby Boucher.
Should Brady retire now? Just
No.
put it down and go, man. Are you going to top this?
He still has a lot of momentum going. The whole
He's
team
about to
has
restructure his
everybody back.
contract. He's about to get an extension right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, listen. The way I think about it, if you still got fire, keep burning. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, but he's 43.
Yeah, what you gonna do? Sit home and get old?
But his wife is smoking hot, and she's just sitting there waiting to be. Dude, you got a family, bro.
She's waiting to be.
You got kids.
Let me take this trophy and you can rub your shit all over it, baby.
But you got concussions too. You know what I mean?
Man, Tom can do whatever he wants to do, man.
But okay,
don't
let me
care.
ask you
He's
this way.
the
prize.
Hold on, let me
She's
ask you
not
this
the
way,
prize.
Mike. Let me ask you, Mike. Let me ask it this way. What's the difference between 7 and 8 at this point?
10 is closer.
One more.
That's you ain't lying, dude. Hey, you know what? Fuck it, man. Let's go Bucs, baby.
That's just like sprinkling some extra shit on the
History,
fucking
baby.
critics, man.
God, that's crazy.
Let's just make it 8.
History.
Let's make it impossible,
Why not?
basically.
And if he doesn't get it, what can you say? He's got 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on. Hold that. Get him back on the phone. You could lower the
Repeat.
microphone down there.
How many rings does Bill Russell have?
Retiring in the same year.
Who is?
LeBron James.
Oh, you think they're going to retire in the same year? Let me ask you this. Who is defying the odds against Father Time the best, Brady or LeBron?
Nah, LeBron, you still got to run
It's
back.
apples and
Still got to
oranges.
run back and forth, man.
It's a harder
Yeah,
deal.
Yeah.
He's younger.
You're getting tackled, so it takes.
I was about to say, man, scrambling around.
And you
Scrambling around and getting tagged up by a guy that's about 300 pounds.
Right.
No. Time out. Tom Brady's not scrambling around, son.
I'd rather run up and down the court
No.
and get smacked.
he's out there. He's exposed.
He's exposed, man. You
I
you
know.
gotta get hit.
It can happen.
You can pop bones quicker.
Yeah.
You know,
He
you got
has
your
it.
little cartilage
The
ligaments.
objective is to kill him, but this is the thing. What Omar's saying is it's more high impact in basketball, dude. And if you're talking about Father Time and who's defying the odds more, it's harder to carry the weight playing MVP ball at bronze level doing basketball than it is to throw a football. I think that's what he was saying.
Yeah. I'm not saying
He's not
what's
saying
more
his talent.
dangerous.
He's not saying his talent's
It's
better.
apples
He's
and
not saying
oranges.
nothing like that. He's just saying. And
Listen,
I kind of
you
agree,
say more
man.
wear
I
and tear
agree.
on the body.
Yeah.
But you got to think. He's was using that shoulder every day.
Yeah.
That's a
It's a
big
lot.
injury,
It's
man.
a lot.
Shoulder I suffer from a rotator cuff.
And hey, not for nothing, it ain't just what they're doing on the field either. It's what they're doing off the field.
Practice.
They've dedicated their whole fucking life to it, man.
Yeah, so
that's a different kind of
that's a lot
species.
of throwing on one
So
arm.
it's a hard question to answer. I mean, who do you think's defying the odds better, Brady or LeBron?
Man, like I said, it's apples and oranges to me. I can't compare the two.
It's hard, right?
It's wear and tear on
I
both.
think so too.
It's wear and tear on both. You got to run, you got to jump. I suffer from a hip.
I thought it was a better question.
Neither one could do the other.
Yeah.
It's a good question, man.
It's hard, right?
Yeah, it is.
To
Well
Let's
answer
see who
that.
stays longer.
Well said, Mike. You heard what Mike said?
What?
Neither of them could do the other.
That's true. That's fucking true.
We hope
That's
not.
fucking true.
As great as they
I
are.
don't know, man. LeBron's fucking.
He couldn't win a
but
Super
he's
Bowl.
not throwing. He's not throwing dots like that. He could probably scramble.
I see him doing Lamar Jackson shit.
LeBron could definitely play some tight end, but he ain't throwing a football. That's a precision. He's a surgeon, man. Brady's a fucking surgeon, dude.
Talking about with them fucking surgical fucking half court passes and shit.
Oh yeah, man. The fucking chest pass, amazing. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now why Belichick didn't lose anything by losing Brady. So this is a little theory that I got. Brady obviously won. He lost that, but I don't think Brady would have won another Super Bowl in New England. I think his motivation, I think the way that they do business in New England with the Patriot way and how tired and grueling people talk about how it is because Bill Belichick never gives you a break. I think that Brady was mentally checked out in New England, and I think that Bill Belichick knew it. I think that he knew that he wasn't going to get any more out of Brady, and so it was the best not only for Brady to leave, but I think it was also the best for Belichick as well.
Like a healthy split up.
Yep.
Yeah, I just think Brady wanted to go back to the fundamentals. He wanted to love football again.
Yeah.
He's loving it. That's why you see the smile on that guy's face right now.
Right. Right.
So that's what it is. He didn't want to be a robot.
But that's the thing, dude. You
anymore.
can't do that in cold weather Boston. You got to come down to Florida and re-switch and have a new motivation because that's how Brady came into the league. He came in as a 6th-round pick. And so his whole thing about motivation was his driving force from minute one, and you could see it in the way he did business. Hi, I'm Tom Brady. He put the pressure on himself, and he delivered. He likes that. So moving to Tampa, leaving, and putting the pressure on himself again gives him a new reason to fucking turn into that animal, dude. And you wonder,
yourself again.
dude, and yeah. It's crazy, right?
That's what he wanted.
And his best friend said, "I'll tag along with you. I'll come at him."
Yo, dog. His best friend say, "Yo, dog, go, dog. If
Two
you go to the
tutties.
Bucs, blah, I'm coming with ya."
Yeah.
This boy was.
Yeah, you seen the
growing
commercial
up.
with them too?
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah,
I
the
love
best
it.
commercial
I
in
love
the
it.
world.
They're so corny, but they're so
corny.
on point.
He goes, "Yeah, I'm retired. I'm not coming back." He goes, "Oh, you going back? All right, I'm coming back with you."
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's on, man. It's good times, man. But yeah, man. Go Bucs, right?
Go Bucs!
All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. On one more Buck note before we get out of here, on the autopsy shows that Vincent Jackson suffered from chronic alcoholism. The sheriff say when he passed away, they asked why he went to a hotel for a month, and they said that his family said that he had CTE, and when you have CTE, you're just not yourself, and so that's what happened there. But but rest in peace.
I love
man.
that guy.
Yeah, man. Dude, he was a class act,
Vincent
man.
Jackson, you was a great receiver, bud.
Yeah, and he did a lot off the field too, man. He did a lot for the military. He did everything, man. He's a good dude, man. He had his heart out there. So
I love when him and Mike Evans hit the field together. Oh, that was great. That used to be great. I wish we had Brady then.
But we're gonna take a quick break. And JJ, thanks for calling in, man. We're gonna let you go right now, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Hold it down in Jersey for us, man. We love you, man. Go Bucks. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
We'll be back.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. Yo, welcome back, Lion Podcast. We rebounded. We good. Everybody's
Clemmy,
good.
What's up, Clemmy?
Check. What's up? Shout out Clemmy. We're gonna talk about the decriminalization of all drugs right now.
Yes, sir.
First off, it's important to note there's an enormous difference between legalization and decriminalization. Decriminalization of drugs does not mean a free-for-all with drug use. Users can't get high in public. They can't buy and sell. There's still many rules that apply. Also, the decriminalization of drugs, it turns out, is the more humane way to handle drug addiction. Obviously, you still get punished, but you have a way better chance of sobriety in a rehabilitation clinic where people understand you, people genuinely care about your problems because they've been in your shoes before and they get paid to help you. So that versus a prison system where they eat you alive and they turn any bad situation into a hopeless one. So much so that between 54 and 67% of drug offenders get rearrested within 3 years of their release. 54 to 67% of drug offenders, just drug offenders. 3 years. That's shit. 76% of all inmates end up back in jail within 5 years, regardless of what they go in there for. So there's very much no rehabilitation within a fucking jail system. It doesn't happen. Every 25 seconds, someone in America is arrested for drug possession. Fuck. The number of Americans arrested for possession has tripled since 1980, reaching 1.3 million arrests per year in 2015. That number is just for possession. That's 6 times the number of arrests for drug sales.
That's when Ronald Reagan came into office and realized this is a good way to make money.
Yep.
This is, dude, in 2018, there were more than 1.6 million drug arrests in the United States. More than 86% of these arrests are for possession only, and many more are for minor selling and distribution violations. What are we waiting for, man? It's like, come on, man. The money we're spending is insane. It's insane to keep these people locked up. It costs like $33,000 per inmate per year.
Dude, I did the math. It was like 63,000 people every night are just waiting for first hearing. It's like,
I believe you get
Wow.
That's another thing. Yeah, they said that's a big problem.
Bro.
Yeah, they're waiting on their fucking hearing, dude. So they're not even really got sentenced yet.
Yeah.
They're just still in there. Exactly.
How much you said it get paid monthly? How much you said? What was it?
It's $33,000 a year per inmate.
Yeah, because I remember calculating, I think it's $200 a day. So
It's like $130 or some shit like that.
Something like that. That's what it was. I remember that's what inmate gets paid. The city gets wherever they at get paid $200 a day.
Yeah, there's hotels that are nicer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
Just
crazy,
imagine,
dude.
And you got 30 guys to one unit. Let's say 30 guys to 40 guys in a unit.
Right.
At almost $150, $200 a day.
Right.
All right.
It's money.
And that's only one unit when you got 20 units.
It was in the writing in the private prison contract that they had to keep them full.
Yeah.
So it's like they already said, hey man, we're gonna guarantee that we're gonna keep these. You build them, we're gonna keep these motherfuckers full.
and that's why they keep you as long as they can before they release you. They get that extra day.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the morning.
Especially if you get locked up on the weekend.
Yeah.
Bonus.
They wait till 8 o'clock where you be counted, and then they release you. You know, they'll release you. They'll be like, and then but they already got paid for you. So and then you also got to think after you get paid for them, they also supply you with food for them.
Right.
Three meals a day.
Right.
They get that also.
Right.
So so now that's extra that they have.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't have maggots in it.
It probably does.
Incarcerating people for drug-related offenses has been shown to have little impact on substance misuse rates. Instead, incarceration is linked with increased mortality from overdose. In the first 2 weeks after their release from prison, individuals are 13 times more likely to die than the general population. The leading cause of death among recently released individuals is overdose. During that period, individuals are at 129% greater risk of dying from overdose than the general public. Dude, that is fucking crazy. And you know why that is? The key to the reason that is because of education, the lack of education. They don't know what they're doing. The reason they overdose at that rate is because people want to party when they get out of prison or jail or whatever,
Yes,
right?
that's the
But check
number
this
one
out.
thing.
It's hard to overdose on just heroin alone. It's fucking very hard, actually. Most people, when they die from an opioid-related death, it's because they combined opioids with other sedatives, like benzodiazepines. That's Xanax or Valium.
Uppers and downers.
Alcohol is another one. Nerve pain medications and anticonvulsants. Even Tylenol.
Yeah.
It's not the drugs, dude. It's the lack of knowledge, man. Mixing that will make you overdose.
Also, when people think that this is the only way out, you know what I mean? Like, this is the great escape. It's a downward spiral.
Right. And the bad thing about this is you got to think about this like the drugs for guns, because think about the guns, right? Guns can be used to help you, and they can be used to hurt you.
Yeah.
And they always say, hey, dude, it's not the gun. It's the safety. It's the teaching. It's the way you fucking administer it. Right, dude. Same thing with drugs, man. They could be there to help you and ease your pain, or they can fucking kill you.
Yeah.
But the key is to fucking get it all on the table so we could just start having these conversations and not act like drugs is some big fucking deal. There's so many fucking people doing drugs. It's not even funny, dude. So it's like, what are we even doing? We're making these people feel, first of all, we're locking them up at crazy fucking amounts. And you shouldn't have to, if I want to harm my own body with a drug, if I want to put something dangerous in my body, that's this victimless crime, dude. I shouldn't have to go to jail or worry or sweat or look out my windows and be paranoid and be like, holy shit, just because I got a fucking gram of coke in my pocket. It's like, no, you shouldn't have to worry about that shit.
And that's the thing, man, with like the criminal stigma, we don't treat it as a health problem anymore. It's just like, oh, fuck, this guy's a fucking junkie, he's a fucking criminal, like,
The stigma.
just lock him up.
Exactly.
And like, I know this, like, I've lost all my close friends to opioids, and I'm still like,
man,
someone
I'm sorry
who's-
about that, bro.
Yeah, it happens, man. But
I lost a few too, so.
Hey, it gives me a reason to not really fuck around with it, but I'll still tell you, like, there is no such thing as a bad drug.
Right.
There's only irresponsible users and the subscribers and the fucking people that are giving you this shit.
Yes.
You know? And
Yes.
it leads to that problem. And then, like, when you're locked up, you get coerced treatment. You don't want this shit. You're like, oh, hell no.
Facts.
You know, like, when we were kids, we got DARE.
Right.
And when you put me in DARE, you told me 12 ways to lie, and my moral compass said, fuck you. I'm going to get high as fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Fuck you, pig.
Yeah.
And you gave me like a second reason to say, fuck you, pig.
Yeah. Wow, man. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep.
You know, they're taught kids things they shouldn't even know. Like when JJ was like 9, like 10 or 11, and we had he came down with another nephew of mine. He was like a year older. He was like, yeah, we know how to, do a line, do some coke. I was like, what do you do? Yeah, you take a dollar, roll it up with a straw.
Oh, God.
I was like, how do you know this?
Right.
Who
taught you this?
They was like, there. I was like, there? I was like, yeah. They said, yeah. They was like, well, they was trying to tell
because they say, don't do this shit.
Don't do this, but you're seeing it. And he was like, yeah, with the weed stuff, you take the paper, you put it in, you lick the paper, and I was like.
And then they say you're going to get high.
I said,
and then as a kid, high, especially if you're not scared of heights, you're like, shit, that sounds fun. So what's that about, getting high? Because is that like mommy says when she says she gets drunk?
Yeah.
I wonder if they feel funny and they act cool and they start associating shit, because that's what humans do. And you're right, bro. You're right.
Even though they was probably trying to do it as a good matter, like, hey, if you see anybody do this,
I don't think they.
No, I'm saying that.
Should have called it getting low.
If you see your parents do this, snitch on them. Snitch on them. So now you're telling people get in trouble, but at the same time, you showing them things that I don't even show them. I never showed them weed.
That was the best part in my day was the
right.
display of all the shit. It's like, oh, they, you go up to the table and they got it all. This is marijuana. This is cocaine. This is what it looks like. And you're like, oh.
I remember the picture. It was in different. It was a box with all the open things. Heroin, coke, weed, and they all. I was like, "What is this?" I don't
not gonna have
so you're not getting ripped off when you go down to buy this shit.
Yeah,
yeah. The net worth.
Let me help you out.
You want to dip your finger in it and then dab your tongue.
But another reason people are dying is fentanyl. Fentanyl is more potent than heroin. Certain doses can be 50 to like 100 times, or even I've heard there's like some that are like 1,000 times stronger than regular heroin. So these bags get tainted with fucking fentanyl. We know because we've had a friend that got caught up in that. Yeah, I got it. And yeah, man, it's killing tons of people. That's how Prince and Tom Petty died, I think. Prince, no, I know for sure. I think I heard Tom Petty died the same way with fentanyl or something. They got a fentanyl-laced bag or some shit. And of course, we got the racial disparities for decriminalizing drugs. Black Americans are 4 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana charges than their white peers. Black Americans are nearly 6 times more likely to be incarcerated for drug-related offenses than their white counterparts, despite having equal usage rates. Almost 80% of people serving time for federal drug offense are black or Latino. In state prisons, people of color make up 60% of those serving time for drug charges. In the federal system, the average black defendant convicted of a drug offense will serve nearly the same amount of time as a white defendant would for a violent crime. And this is just a reason to stop it, because then you don't have that shit. Then, you know what I mean? Then it all goes away. But because this is the thing about America. All these other countries, it's black and white what they do. They say it's illegal or it's not illegal. And fucking it's very easy. It's very clear. But when you come to America, hey, it's legal. Hey, that's not illegal. Hey, that's decriminalized. Hey, just don't get caught with that. Hey, you know, they got all this shit, and they do that, and it's all different jurisdictions, and they do that so they could selectively prosecute who the fuck they want to prosecute versus who they don't, man. It's very clear by now. We should all see what the fuck has been happening forever. The way to do that, man, is especially if they're getting 86% of them are fucking drug offenders in the last year, dude, just take it away, man. That way it just makes that all go away. And it's safer for the cops too, nevertheless, because then they're not having to walk up on Jimmy John doing a fucking what's those called? A stop and frisk or whatever the fuck that was in New York. That was so crazy.
We stop you, get against the wall, patting you down. I seen this. When I was in Jersey, we used to be sitting right on the corner, everybody just hanging out, summertime, having a good old time. Kids are running around, fire hydrant on, and everything. And guess what happens? The boys pull up. Boom. Hey, gentlemen, how's it going? Y'all know the routine. Everybody against the wall. For what?
I heard they don't even fucking wear clothes. I heard they just put the thing around their neck and they come up in regular clothes and in regular cars and they just run up on you and beat the fuck out of you.
Listen, that's
what June told me.
No,
shit.
No, they're not lying. This is how they roll, right? Like they'll come up to you, right? But now when I went back one time to see my grandma, I'm sitting on my front of my grandma's house, a building and everything, and I see. There was like 20 Puerto Ricans out there working on Honda Civics and acting, and motorcycles and all this. And next thing you
do that one more time.
Mira, papi. I'll say, but hey, that's the culture. That's how
we love the Spanish community.
Oh yeah,
by the way.
But
it is funny though.
But that's what it was. So I see these, and there's a bunch of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and boom, all of a sudden it goes, Papa, we gotta go. They throw their chains over, and the Honda Civic had lights. They threw the lights on the Honda Civic, and woo! I was like, this is crazy.
Right.
It took me out of, I was surprised. And I was about to go ask them, you got a dime? And
damn.
You know, because it looked like everybody was hanging out. But then it was
dropping
weird.
a dime.
It was weird. It looked like the block, but the block was
within
hot.
that weekend, I went to a party, and all Jersey City cops were at the party. And it was like guys that I went to school with. And I was like, what's going on here? But you know what? Everybody was cool. The party was awesome. And people was smoking and everything, drinking. And when they got a call, all right, guys, we got to go, man. Keep the party cool. Keep it safe.
Right.
I was like, wow. It ought to be like that. The party was safe. Nobody acted up.
Yeah.
You know, nobody did nothing wrong. Just smoking, eating, and drinking.
Right.
I thought that was cool.
I just think
But they were in uniform, too.
Right.
These guys.
Right. But I just think that we need to hurry up and get that because it's safer. It'll literally save more lives if you decriminalize it. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but it's true because the education, the clinics and stuff, and not for nothing. Do you want your kid walking down the road and just finding a syringe on the road? That'll go away because they'll have the SIJs, the syringe injection clinics and stuff, where they could go and they get, and then they help them at these places. They say, all right, man, they like, we're gonna try to get you off. This is the deal. You could stay here, but you know, and then they try to talk you in. And the more, I don't know if you've ever met. This is the most important thing, actually. I don't know if you've ever met somebody that was in recovery before.
No.
But when they come out and if they get clean and they've been through the darkest of times and they get clean, man, it is the best product of somebody you'll ever see in your life because they have this new appreciation for life and they're just thankful for every single thing, no matter what. And it's just like you feed off their power, man. And I think that would be beneficial in itself because if we cured a bunch of people and we had a lot of people success stories doing this.
Can we mention names?
Think about the impact.
Can we mention names or mention no names?
I mean, I don't know.
Nah, listen. I know a buddy of mine, and
There you go.
I
We'll
hands
take that.
Yeah. Listen, hands down to my boy.
Yes, sir.
All right. And he knows. Matter of fact, I'm throwing him out. Mumbles. All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. He's a good friend of ours, and everybody knows him. He was on his way out. He was on his way out. You would see him. He's a good guy. But then, you know,
I remember Mumbles.
I when he started, when I worked for Miranda, I was his boss there, and he started with Perk 30s. And I told him, hey, I said, don't go there, man. I said, you're going to get addicted. Nah, man, I just take it for my pain here and there. I said, that shit will get you addicted.
That's where they got you.
Down the road, here he goes. Now I see him in the liquor store with his head down, bobbling, almost getting, almost falling. Fell a couple of times, split his head and everything. And I always talk to him. Yo, he come to the house, and if I have bud, I give him some bud. I'm like, yo, you don't need none of that, man. And, you know, he would always fall back into it, have fight with his brothers, his family. And Pops passed away, and he did a promise that he would never get messed up. And he cleaned himself up. And and he came to my house, and I was talking, I was giving some bud, and I talked to him, and he goes, you know what? He goes, Jose, I feel so good. I feel of a man. He cried to me. He goes, my daughter's asking for money. He goes, I could buy them shoes. It's not all about me no more. He goes, I feel like I got a new life. That he gave me goosebumps and had me almost in tears at how happy he was. And I said, I told you, Mama, that's all you need. I said, you didn't need none of. He goes, man, I feel so great, and I would never
It's better
go
than
back.
drugs.
He goes, he goes, I'm high on life. Because it feels so good that my girls need me. My wife, she needs me, and I'm there for them, and I'm not arguing with them because I put them first now. Perfect. And I said, man, I'm so happy for you.
Hell
man.
yeah, man.
And I tell him to the day, and at the time he was arguing with his parent, with his mom and his brothers. I said, listen, man. I said, listen, life throws you curveballs. Y'all guys seen it on Facebook. I put it out there. I said, you got to learn how to hit them. He goes. I said, you fought the biggest fight that you ever had to fight, and was getting over that shit. And I said, and how did that make you feel?
If you could do that, you do.
He goes, I feel great. Like, I feel like, he cried. He goes, I feel like the best man in this world. I said, so don't let that family argument shit take you down, because that's what the devil wants you to do. He's trying to find you another way to take you down, to go down that route. But guess what? You already fought that, and you don't need to fight no more. That fight ain't shit. That's just a battle right there. And he was like, I love you, dude. You know?
Shout out Mumbles, man.
Mumbles!
Way to conquer that, man.
Great job.
He's doing
That's
good
a hell
right
of a dude. I love it.
I
love it, man.
It's amazing.
Great job.
That's why Cart Wheezy's one of my heroes, man. Ever since he did what he did, bro, and got out of that, that's just a monster, man. When you do stuff like that, we should celebrate that, man. Because, dude, we sit here wasting our fucking time celebrating the stupidest shit. And like we have true miracles happening around us, and it's like, hey man, let's take a moment. Let's take a fucking moment.
Yeah, fuck the 7-second ass shake video that goes viral. How about start a challenge that's like get over drugs?
Right, man.
Who can get over drugs?
Yeah,
that's heroic.
Hashtag
man.
I'm free.
That's a tremendous victory. That's
No, I know, but that's why I'm in. That's why I'm in
agreement. And I got a couple
with
of other
him.
guys that I put my hand, put my hats down, hats up to them. You know what I'm saying? But Mumbles was the biggest story that inspired me, and I give my hats off to that guy.
Straight up.
You know?
Well,
Mumbles be tuna.
Mumble be tuna.
let me. What if I told you this though? What if I told you that most people that use illegal drugs do not have a drug problem, and it's a vast majority of
Of course,
people?
man.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's
I
you know.
vouch for that.
It's crazy, right?
Who isn't using drugs, man? I want to see the people
Well,
that
not
aren't
only
using
that-
drugs. I want
Well,
to see how they're
no,
living.
no, but-
It's not that they're
but
not
it's-
using it.
Everybody is. I mean, they're functional. With
Right.
it. It's like
That's
So
I
many
see
people
what
are
you're
doing
saying.
it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
You're right.
I was
You're
gonna
right.
be.
You're
I was heavy.
I
in
want to know who
agreement.
is it. It's like I don't know anybody that isn't.
That's fucking good.
No, I
question.
know. I know.
Damn,
a
Mike,
few,
you flipped that on me, and I didn't even see that coming. That's a good
No,
fucking question.
But I know a few. But I can still.
But do
say
you
both.
though?
Yes,
but
yes,
do
yes,
you?
yes,
or
yes,
they
yes, yes,
just
yes.
because
No,
it's
off the
because
top of
there's
my
a
head.
stigma.
That's what I'm saying. It's the narrative. It's the bad. It's the every white person's KKK narrative. It's the every Muslim's a terrorist narrative.
Yeah.
It's every drug person that uses a drug is
Every
addicted.
black guy's a
And it's
criminal.
bad,
Every
right?
black person is
Right.
bad.
It's
Yeah,
bad.
exactly.
That's true.
It's all that
That's
bullshit.
not good. Yeah,
I mean,
bullshit.
take me for an example, dude. I can't even tell you the last time I did coke or anything like that, and I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Good. I don't.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
But again, that's how it's that narrative sticks there. It's like, oh, you
It's
because
the
remember,
narrative,
because
right.
you can go and say, yeah, I drank, and right, some people really and professionally classify it as a drug,
Right.
alcohol as a drug, right?
Right.
So if you have a drink, it's like, oh, you're doing drugs. And it's like, I guess, but like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You cook once, that doesn't make you a chef, bitch.
Like I know a lot of people. And listen, I know a lot of people, and I mean, and I know the difference between an addiction and just having fun, like a habit.
It's
of fun.
not. It's not
And,
even. But well, the fun's a bad word to use, man.
Yes, because
this is terrible. Because honestly, dude, what drugs do are heal. So fun is one thing you might
Yeah.
do with it, but this is why the fun is not good. Because
it's
when
not.
you have fun the
It's-
wrong way without the education, like
Yeah.
I just mentioned, the
Yeah.
benzodiazepines,
Yeah.
it all it takes is that, dude. You mix a little ecstasy with some fucking Xanax or some fucking dude. That is so bad for your fucking heart, and it will boom.
You're
done.
trying to have fun, but it's sometimes too much.
Or alcohol or Tylenol, like stupid shit like that. People cross those streams all day.
All day.
That's just walking on something on the floor. That's so simple,
but
man.
we're trying to
for
say
a
if-
typical drug user.
Are you
But
are you
what
an
I'm-
addict?
but
if
what
you
I'm
do
saying-
cocaine for 3 weeks every weekend. Are you an addict?
Well, I'm not going there. I'm just saying, dude. Not if you pay your bills and your kids
No,
are.
you're just one of those
fed and-
functional users. You
Yeah.
know? That's
Yeah.
what he's talking about. There's,
Yeah.
there's so many people
Yeah.
out there that
What
aren't
I'm-
criminals that just
saying
they,
you're- I'm
they
saying you're
go to work
leering-
every day. They take care of their family.
Right.
Mike's saying as long as you're the Leonardo DiCaprio of Wolf of Wall Street and you get shit done,
Shit.
That is facts,
so.
man.
and you give yourself the slaps though. In the mirror, you give yourself the wake up call like, all right, gotta go to work. Only 2 hours of sleep.
Oh shit! The fucking. I always tell people I'm not addicted to coke. I'm addicted to free coke, and it's a joke, but it's funny. It's fucking funny.
Yo, that's so funny though.
I always tell people, man, I gave
That's
that
so
shit up years ago. Why you got some?
Yo, Mike.
I don't do that shit no more. I haven't done that shit in years. You want a bump? Yeah, why not?
Real talk
Yo,
though, man.
Mike, that
I
shit is
wish
so funny.
I wish they would decriminalize that shit because I would do some government coke, and I think that
Some
fucking.
government coke.
Yeah.
Like if it's government cheese.
Oh yeah, it would be
Oh, y'all
amazing.
had this out?
Oh, dude,
When
if
is this coke expired?
Have you
20
seen the-
years?
Yeah.
Oh, I got time.
If you seen the weed that's on the shelf, dude, imagine what they'll have there. It's Colombian Bam Bam for sure.
I thought Adderall. I thought that's government coke.
that-
Adderall.
Side conversation.
No, that ain't that.
Side
no,
conversation.
that ain't Colombian
Time
fucking
out,
off
time
the
out.
boat shit.
No.
Time out. Side conversation. Cocaine becomes illegal, right? Government starts to tax it, make money off of it. You think they're giving you like the Jordan brand night, like Foot Locker?
Oh yeah, that's what I want. That's
hold
just
on.
gonna be the
Hold
most.
on, hold
Okay,
on,
go
hold
ahead.
on.
Getting the
Sorry,
pink
sorry, I got
plate.
excited.
You think you're getting like Foot Locker sneakers, or are you getting like outlet sneakers when you go to the store to go get it legally?
You getting champs?
I want Foot Locker, nigga.
No, I know what you want. He's saying that you're
What you
getting
gonna
like
get?
the great. Yeah, I'm saying
You're
you're gonna have
getting rack room shoes.
Are you
I
going-
got the answer though.
Right, yeah,
You're
so
gonna
wait, last
you're gonna
one.
have your choices. It's gonna say, dude, this is pure.
It's like, yo,
This
here are your Saturday drops,
Yeah.
sneakers, and here are your Tuesday leftovers.
Yeah, and not only that, but it comes with instructions where to use it safely. All this shit,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Don't go here. Don't do this. Don't
Like the
fucking
vape
drive.
cartridges.
We are not responsible if all that shit, bro.
Come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
when
you will
paid
get.
again.
Yeah, you will get thrown in jail if you get caught with this shit. You
Yeah.
know, all that shit, dude.
You have all the rules and regulations. On
Even though jail won't be part of the thing, you'd be like,
Bumps,
there's
no
fines
lines.
to a certain extent, but if you're fucking up, dude, obviously
You think another side note, sorry, I know we're going off for us. Realistically, between jail and money, you think money can make people learn their lesson? Now, obviously,
money is the root of
obviously,
all
hold on,
evil.
wait. Obviously,
How
not
so?
the rich, because they'll be able to do the fines and everything. But an average Joe, do you think like them losing money can change and persuade people to change?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because jail, certain people have their way that they think that doesn't work. I'm just off the top of my
It goes
head.
back to this, man. Some people are using because they're addictive, and some people are using because they just use.
No, not
And
even
it's
that.
just
I
like,
was
hey,
just
man,
how you said like
So-
there'll be fines for certain drugs.
it'll be
it
low.
only
low.
came into my head.
If you get caught with 10 pounds of coke, you fucked, dog.
I'm gonna tell
Like,
you,
like I can't just give you a fine for that. You're gonna do some time for that. Like
Yeah.
that'll be bad. Like that's what I'm saying. It's decriminalized, but people are just thinking it's a free for all for everybody. I'm like, no, it's really not much like that. It's very much just gonna be regulated. And it'll be safer because then you're not going to be buying tainted bags in the streets. You still can. You could get it for $30, but for $60, you could go to the store.
Exactly.
And know you're not going to die.
but listen, the only way we're gonna spend those $60,
I bet those people go
if
to
rent
not
and
die.
mortgages drop. All right. If
what?
If
Say what?
rent and mortgages drop, life gets better all the way around
Well, that's yeah.
because now you can afford
Yeah.
what you want to buy. But right now,
Hoagie can't do drugs.
you can't do drugs right now because I gotta pay so much rent. I gotta
Yeah.
pay so much light. I gotta pay so
Facts.
much water.
Facts.
So I only got enough money to buy to tank this shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
true. So don't do drugs for,
So don't
for
do
that.
drugs. So
Yeah.
so if you really if
No
we wanna,
tainted.
If we want to fix life, if we're gonna want the good stuff, we gotta start where it comes from, man. You gotta make enough money to pay your bills, and the rent and the light and the electricity is too high to pay. Drop that.
Let's go, Obama. Get it together.
At some point, you have to ask yourself: are the profit motives of private companies driving incarceration, or is it really about the public safety and keeping dangerous people off the streets? You know, it's about the money, man.
It's about the money.
It's about the money.
I'm
So-
gonna say it again.
How
I'm
can it
gonna
not
say it
be?
again. If I can't pay $1,200 this month because my job only pays me $800,
Right.
where I'm going to the corner. If I live in the city, I'm gonna sell this drugs right here. I'm gonna
Right.
sell this drug and I'm gonna try and make my extra money because I also got to make up $400 to pay my rent. But at the same time, I got
Yeah.
I got 2 kids at home that need diaper, milk.
That's why it's important to decriminalize, because when you get
Right.
caught selling your drugs
Exactly.
out there, then you get thrown in. Now your kids ain't eating tomorrow.
And now
Now
I'm-
you're doing
I'm paying
10
for
times
lawyers.
more you're doing 10 times more damage, and now that guy's not getting to his job. He's losing his job, because it's
Setting
let's
up
say
their kids for failure.
right.
So
so
exactly.
the whole thing is
So
a domino
now,
effect.
if I pay
just for drugs,
if I pay less on my utilities and my rent, now I have enough money to buy my drugs and be home with my
well,
family.
and you don't have to sell drugs.
And I ain't gotta sell drugs.
Right.
Exactly.
You could use them responsibly and just do your
exactly.
thing. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you could also work
So
2
it all
jobs.
comes down to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It
Or
all
get
comes
off.
down to money. Where your money's at, where your job is at, what money you're making. You know what I'm saying? To pay your life off and to enjoy your life.
Right. Alcohol is legal. That's all I'm saying.
And that's wrong. And that is wrong.
That's
Yeah.
way worse for you.
Yes.
Estimates have it that drugs would boost federal, state, and local budgets by as much as $106.7 billion annually.
I honestly thought this whole Corona thing that hit the U.S. Not Corona thing. This whole pandemic that hit the U.S. would have like jump started and leaped over a few boundaries too. Like
It makes you wonder, don't it?
Maybe we make certain drugs legal. Like you don't have to go all in. You don't got to say shrooms everywhere, blah blah blah.
Really?
But you get the weed in every state.
Everybody's
right?
staying home anyway.
Exactly.
Perfect time to cut
Burn
it.
up.
Yeah.
You could get like a smoker app. People could deliver it non-contact. And not only that, you get all the money back. You could fix the Detroit places of the world.
Right.
You can fix the plumbings of certain fucking Florida needs it like a motherfucker because we're underwater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Schools get it. And it's just a domino effect of just money coming in. And it's just, I thought realistically that would have been a great wake-up call to certain people.
I would have thought so too, bro. And that's why
you made a good point right there.
I'm losing. Yeah, dude. It's hard, man. That's why we do what we do. But
that's a good point because you made me open up my eyes. Like, yeah, you got it. At the same time, when we had the pandemic and everybody sent home, more jobs could have got created to rebuild the stuff that we didn't have time to rebuild.
That would have been the stepping stone.
That would have been. You were totally correct.
And they should have put people to work testing everybody, dude, right away.
Testing everybody.
Everybody could have got a job testing somebody. How hard is it to rub a fucking swab in your nose? Hold on, we got to go to break.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you with a quote real quick. If people let government decide which foods they eat and medicines they take, their bodies will soon be as sorry a state as the souls of those who live under tyranny. Thomas Jefferson. So...
Man, I
True.
can't eat McDonald's all day, man. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Don't do
we'll
it.
Be back.
Bye.
Welcome back. Lion Podcasts. That's my jam right there. Mikey played my jam. He knows that shit gets me hyped.
Why you had to do it to him, Mikey?
And I couldn't be, and we couldn't play the anthem to anything better than this segment right here because we're gonna talk about some psychedelics right now. It's about to get funky.
Oh yeah.
And when I talk about psychedelics, look, this is some real shit that people need to pay attention to. Many people are claiming psychedelics are various types of mushrooms, can heal us. They can inspire us and maybe even save the human race. First, it's important to note that mental health treatment hasn't changed in generations, okay? Limited primarily to psychotherapy and a broad drug class called SSRIs, or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. There's been no new drug in psychiatry since SSRIs back in the 1980s. And the problem is, these things create a lot of side effects, funky ass side effects, shitty. I mean, just everybody that talks about them has a bad experience. Night sweats, all kinds of shit. And then they're very habit forming as well. They tend to create, just habit. You take a bunch of them and you need them. So you become dependent on them. Sounds fucking terrible. Okay, well, after 60 years of hiding, many believe the answer to our problems is mushrooms and psychedelics. They're capable of fueling a mental health revolution. Now that's a bold fucking statement. That sounds crazy, right? All right, well, hold that thought. First, let me read you this. This is out of Forbes. A segment on a recent episode of HBO's Real Sports with Brian Gumbel begins with the former NHL player Daniel Carcillo describing his plan to kill himself. He's one of 4 athletes on this episode who, after retiring from full contact sports, had been both physically and mentally traumatized both by long-term effects and repeated concussions, and has now found relief with psychedelics. Carcillo, a 2-time Stanley Cup winner, told correspondent David Scott he's never felt more dead inside. Depression is just one of multiple symptoms associated with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, a condition of the brain that is associated with repeated blows to the head. Other symptoms include memory loss, confusion, personality changes, and erratic behavior. It's so common, especially in the football community. A 2017 study showed CTE was found in 99% of the former NFL players and 91% of the college football players studied. So Carcillo was diagnosed with 7 concussions throughout his 12-year career. Carcillo said he likely experienced hundreds more. He said he went down multiple avenues of trying to improve his mental health, and nothing worked. He tried psychotherapy, he tried SSRIs. Then he finally opted for a number of years. And then he opted for something outside the Western medicine realm of treatment, the ayahuasca, a South American brew. Revered by indigenous cultures as the powerful medicine that and containing the psychedelic compound DMT, or dimethyltryptamine. I'm just trying to look for more peace of mind, less suffering, Carcillo says to the cameras before attending the ceremony. 4 hours later, he comes out a new man. He called it the most amazing experience of his life.
Wow. Says a lot.
But hold that thought, Mike. Months later, you're right. Months later, when HBO's production team visits Carcillo, he says he's experiencing little to no depression or anxiety, while symptoms including slurred speech, headaches, head pressure, memory issues, concentration, and insomnia are all completely gone. Not just gone, completely gone. I didn't see him smile for years, says his wife, Ella. For years, she hasn't seen him smile.
That's scary as itself.
Yeah.
Just as if you know a person, it would be nice to.
That's your person.
You would just be like, hey.
You fell in love with this person and they gave their life to sacrifice to put food on the table for you, and this is what it is. This is what you got. She hasn't seen him smile for years. Ella, about her husband, still symptom-free after 5 months, she asks, how can anybody not believe this stuff works? Yo.
Living proof. That's the best evidence.
Wow. That's just...
trial and error type shit.
And then they made another pretty fascinating mention in this article. It said, had the federal government not shut down psychedelic research, which was in full swing before the war on drugs began, generations of people suffering from depression, addiction, trauma could have been helped. All those people, it's 2021, dude. That was in 1970.
I know, but you never know.
I know. I'd like to...
It's just tough to... You can't point... It's always rough to point that finger because nobody knew better.
But now we need to slam on the accelerator. Also featured on that show, former NFL player Kerry Rhodes. He got emotional. Recalling his first ayahuasca ceremony in Costa Rica, like Carcillo, Rhodes said the experience changed him, eliminating his headaches and pain, bringing back his memory, and even removing his fear of around CTE in general, leading to huge improvements in quality of his life. And here's another one. McCall fought in the UFC and other professional MMA leagues for 15 years before finally tapping out. Injury after injury left him snorting opiate painkillers, including fentanyl, on a regular basis, turning him into a self-described monster. Experimenting with psychedelics, he says, helped cure him of his addiction and suicidal thoughts. It's fucking crazy. And if you look into it, there's tons of these stories. And you're like, holy shit, man. They go on and on today. And they don't just fix themselves. They fix other people too. They become this like driving force. Like, okay.
It's kind of like what we just talked about, to do the chain reaction of people who recover, and you want to get other people to recover.
They want other people to feel as great as they do. Yeah. They're like, man, I see you in your hole, man. I want to bring you out of there, man. I want to help you feel how I feel, man. And it says today he is committed to helping improve mental health for other former fighters by showing them how life-altering regular group experiences with psychedelic medicines work.
Fuck, that's so gangster.
And the success stories go on and on, man. Like I said, dude. And think about Vincent Jackson, dude. Could his life been saved with struggling from alcoholism and then fucking CTE? Yeah. I mean, man, this is. I don't know whether to feel sad or happy. This is great. This is great, man, because we found it. Because this is the stuff they say that it helps you get in touch with your emotions. And Jessie, you can speak to this because Jessie's familiar in the mushroom community and psychedelics and stuff. But they say that it helps you get in touch with your emotions. You ever met your friends that it's just like, man, they got a wall. That's what they call it. They got a wall. They put up these walls. Women, men, we all do it. And, sometimes you got to get in touch with your emotions, man, to actually know what's real and what's not. And literally to see things for what they are, man, true or false. It's hard to do that if you have that wall up. And it would make sense, because if you had a wall up, it's hard to see through a fucking wall if you're trying to so busy on what you're worried about your perception is rather than what's really happening out here.
And that's the thing too, man. A lot of our shit, or a lot of our stress is our own perceptions. I mean, we're putting up our own walls, because we're internalizing shit.
Right.
Right.
Self-induced.
Self-medicated.
Sometimes we don't need, what the thing about like psilocybin, a lot of like psychedelics, is they help you kind of like just face your subconscious part. The shit that you've been holding on to. You have to confront it.
Right.
Like the SSRIs, those antidepressants and shit.
Yeah.
They basically dull those senses, man. They
right.
They don't fucking let you.
They let you sulk in it.
Yeah. And you kind of cope with it, but
Yeah.
you don't ever fix it.
Yeah.
And so this shit just tells you, hey, motherfucker, here you go. You're going to face this shit right now. And then you slowly start opening. And, you know, because it mimics serotonin so well. Like, our receptors are meant for this shit, man. Like psilocybin.
You got to ask
itself.
yourself, this information was out here.
Yeah.
And they've had these SSRIs since 1980s. It's like, okay, it's an imperfect drug, and it's obvious. It's fucking obvious it's imperfect. Everybody's complaining from headaches and fucking hangovers and all kinds of shit. But you're not going to update it. You're not going to upgrade it to a better drug. You're not working on it to make it. It's like, come on, man.
Dude, the people that prescribe you the SSRIs tell you, hey, man, this is the best we have right now. Until
right.
One more door opens.
Yeah.
Right. Well, long story short, this is why I'm now microdosing. Yes. Because I've seen enough and I'm ready to experiment.
As an adult,
man, and responsibly, because look, man, it says right here, mushrooms and psychedelics can deal with migraines, asthma, PTSD, depression, social anxiety, smoking or alcoholism, substance abuse altogether. No need for antidepressants, fixes attitudes, moods, and behaviors, even stuttering.
Positive.
Even folks that are dealing with terminal illness,
Positive.
they're on their deathbed. It helps them.
Positive.
It's all, there's no negative effects,
Positive.
and it's not, and
they don't want to display this,
and it's cheap.
Yeah, it's the cheapest
It's
thing on
And
the
it grows
market.
from the ground. It's free.
It's free.
You can't stop it.
Gee,
Can't.
I wonder if
It's
that
all
all
over
is
the
a
world.
coincidence or if it just really is.
It's
You know,
invincible.
Nah, but what's that one state that's ahead
Unbreakable.
of the game?
Oregon.
Right? Oregon's ahead of the
Because
curve.
they have the mushroom growing.
they just
in the
legalized
fucking ground,
psilocybin.
bro.
It's legal.
It's also the biggest fucking living organism right now. They got a gigantic mushroom mass that like kills forests
Yep.
and makes meadows.
Yep.
But they're ahead of the game.
Well, Oregon
they
got
are.
one of the best forests in the world.
And it's beautiful.
They got huge oak trees. Like
It's the only
they got
place in the country
red-
where they have
red oak,
waterfalls,
everything,
beaches,
red pine.
mountains, and deserts all in
Yeah,
one place.
they got all four. violent
That's
deaths.
gangsta.
That's gangsta
That's
as fuck.
gangsta. Hey,
Illegal
Oregon.
mushrooms.
I
That's
was
how you.
supposed to
That's
do it when I
Shaq
was
in
a kid.
That's
I
Shaq
had
in the
family
post,
there.
son.
That
That's
is
Shaq in the
Oz,
Post.
man. That's fucking La La Land.
Yeah, that's what do you want to do?
Candyman.
That's a perfect place to do
Candyman.
psilocybin.
My mom went
Bitch,
to
we'll go to
Oregon.
the desert and mountains and snow all in the same day.
Mountains with waterfalls. It has waterfalls.
Yeah,
They
waterfalls
got
too.
waterfalls
Yeah,
and everything,
the most
man.
gorgeous waterfalls.
Gorgeous. You got rainforests and all.
People, this appears to be a total game changer, man. And this, like I said, the stories go on. And here's how much more dope can get. It saved the bees, man. The fucking bees. Paul Stamets saved the fucking bees. The world's greatest mushroom expert. If you don't know who Paul Stamets is, it was the guy I did the Inspired or Not on. But this is a big reason why. He figured out that deforestation was causing zoonotic diseases to spread, right? And there's a lot more to it, but essentially the end result is it was causing all the bee colonies to collapse. And the bees were getting viruses, and when they do that, they can't pollinate as many fucking trees, and this affects us in a major way. So Mr. Stamets had an epiphany, and he took the same mushrooms that can limit bird flu and H5N1 herpes and decided, I'm going to try this on bees. Well, what he fed to the bees unregulated their immune systems, gave them a host events antiviral shield, allowing them to detoxify toxins, which allowed them to be better pollinators and fucking kill the virus, dude. It fucking worked. Yeah. It fucking worked, dude. And that's a hero right there, man. Paul. Yeah. So I mean, come on now. Jesus Christ, the thing comes from the earth. It's as much as I believe in marijuana.
It connects you to two things, man. Like nature and your own love, like connection, your ability to actually love shit. Like literally
get in touch with your emotions.
Yes, that's the thing. Because like for people that suffer from depression and shit like that, like I said, like before, like sometimes they put up their own walls. They don't even know what's going on, how to like express it. Right. So sometimes you get more you get more primal, and you get into your subconscious, right, and shit. You have to actually break down these walls. You'll actually be able to get past your own stigmas. Like to be able to talk to people.
Right. And rather than having to spend a certain amount of time with a person to get associated with them to reach that point of feeling, it comes quicker, man, because you could just reach yourself and you's like, oh, what am I scared about? What the fuck am I talking about?
And you know what? You also get in touch with nature. So.
And then that's what also, and you get in touch with nature, and then that's when you want to reach out to other people and you're like, hey, man, I want you to feel like me, man. Exactly. Let's do this. And it's a fucking mind fuck that this is taking people's CTE, depression, anxiety, and all this shit, and it's fixing it, man.
I got a proven fact right now.
It's just a mind fuck, dude. Even to scientists, they're just blown away, dude. They're just like, this is...
I can personally testify, man. When I was in like 14, I did mushrooms for the first time, you know, and then I did a lot of them, you know, and then was in a bad place, you know, bad life, home life sucked. You know, one of my best friends committed suicide. It was just a bad time. And it was, I remember the last time that I tripped, that I did mushrooms, you know, it actually showed me the path in my mind that I needed to follow to get out of that environment, to get mentally. Right. I mean, I came out of it after that, you know, when I came down. Right. I mean, it changed my life, man. It honestly did. I can testify to that. You know, I'm glad science is laying it out there for the rest of the world now. You know,
psilocybin has been known to like open up neural pathways because it's a neurogenerative. So it actually helps your peripheral system redevelop, you know, so one of the things it's like people don't understand, like, dude, like just like the mycelial network, the shit that grows all the roots and everything underground and shit. Look at your fucking veins. Look at your nervous system.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got a perfect example that
the same model. And for people that study like physics, if you study the physics, the time space continuum, the web, it literally mimics that shit. So that's like going beyond.
Real talk.
Hey, when we first met Jesse, how was Jesse? Real quiet. Look at him now.
I still am.
You socializing your ass off right now, boy.
Well, I don't mean to put Jesse on the spot, but Jesse, you said that psychedelics kind of saved your life too.
Exactly. Yeah. I've been to that point where I fucking woke up every morning like looking at a shotgun shell. I'm like, gonna buckshot. I'm like, this is the fucking tastiest thing I would probably fucking taste tomorrow, you know? And I just said, fuck it one day. I'm like, you know what? I can get some shrooms. I'm gonna fucking go for the fucking ride and shit. And it brought me back to my old ways. Like, I'm actually living like a cycle.
You look healthy.
Yeah.
No, Jesse comes over the house sometimes.
You look happy.
Capoeira. He be like dancing, having his headphones on.
How long ago was this? How long ago was this?
All karate stuff.
I was like 26.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I was under like a lot of stress. I'm fucking doing good, like financially.
Right.
But my life was falling apart, like my family and all this shit. So I'm like, fuck.
Different.
Yeah. It was that depression that you couldn't get out of. And dude, I got like compiled depression from like PTSD since I was a jit, you know?
Right.
So it's just like, it kind of gets to you at some point.
Right.
And this kind of just opens you up and says, yo, man, look, fuck it.
It does, man, because it says they show your placebo of your brain.
They get you past that.
And on no psychedelics, and it just has a number of lines that pass through it, and there's a connector points. That's your brain thinking in different terms. But when you put it together, it kind of makes sense that we don't use like 80% of our fucking brain.
Yeah.
So when you open up that other end, it gives you that other vision, and then you see something that you weren't seeing before. And these come in psychedelic forms, and you're like, you don't know how the fuck to explain it, but it's like a smarter version of yourself comes out, and it tells you, hey man, it's okay. Look at it like this.
Yes.
And then you go, oh shit. And this
that happened to me in my 20s.
Hello, me. It's me again.
No, listen, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was an old man.
Really? That's what happens.
For real?
And then when you have this shift of perspective, you see it in a whole nother light, and then it just doesn't last for the trip, man. You take that with you, and then you fucking
when you
better your life.
And you're like, oh, yeah, so that's how, all right.
It's amazing what this shit does, man.
Yeah.
I was
not tripping,
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've had
But bro, on that diagram, I always like to refer to Alice in Wonderland, like the fans that like Alice in Wonderland. All right, so you open up all these pathways that you're not used to. Well, you're used to being in this little fucking loop, your default mode.
Right,
So
that's what it is, the default mode.
you open up these pathways now.
That's
now
a
you're
regular
like,
part of the brain that you're usually working in.
exactly, and so this opens you up, and like for some people like that have that real strong dose, that's like putting God's wisdom into a monkey's brain. Of course, they're gonna be like, "Oh fuck!"
Look at it. I wish we could record this shit right now. You should see God in the monkey's brain right now being acted.
You're looking at a fucking crack in the fucking wall, and you're like, you see the universe, and people are looking at you like you're insane. But you really got to understand, you're in default mode, motherfucker. This is actually inside you. You just haven't unlocked it.
Yeah. Right.
And right now,
I've seen some stuff.
But what's really trippy is when they doing the ayahuasca tours, right? And like, let's say me and Jesse go out there, and we go out and they do the whole thing, and then we're finally ready to do this shit. And we do it. They say that me and Jesse will see the same thing sometimes.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
We sync up. We sync up.
Corey,
what the fuck is that?
We've met people. We met people that said, "Hey, remember we met people? Remember that we like, hey, we got on a roller coaster and we was talking to each other, and he understood what I said, and I understood what, and they didn't even share a word, but they communicated just by looking at each other and their minds talking." I met people that said that, and they was like, "Yo," I was like, "That's crazy."
I mean, you could almost you don't have to be a firm believer. You can say it's bullshit, but even not on a drug, there are sometimes people understand without talking, and then you just get on that wavelength, and it's like, I was thinking the same thing.
It happens in basketball.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
It happens in basketball.
No, that's what I'm saying.
How do you know that I'm gonna make the same perfect
play.
cut, and you're making the no look pass to
But
my
you
cut,
practice that,
and you didn't
and
see
that's
it.
You
felt it. It's instinct. It's
that's your
intuition.
instinct.
They say that these psilocybin and stuff can help you even get more in touch with that. These fighters that have used it, they've used it. Active fighters, and they say that they could predict moves that are about to come before they come.
Nah, I'm
like
gonna
the
tell
Matrix.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing. There was a freaky
they're
thing.
winning.
I forget who it was. It was freaky. I was talking to them, and we was chilling. We was messed up, and it was Ephraim. I was with Ephraim, and me and Ephraim was in, and we didn't even share a word, and we both knew Federico, and I didn't even say nothing to him. But what I wanted to ask him, he already knew what I was about to ask him, and like the same question. He's like, "Did you ask me?" I said, "No, but I was about to ask you that." I was like, "No, I never asked you that." He goes, "How did you know that?"
I never asked you.
Yeah, I never asked you. I was freaked out. I was like, he was like, we was both thinking about Federico, man. And yeah, because I was about to ask him. Yeah.
And y'all was fucked up?
We was fucked up.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I was about to ask him something about the Federico. And he was like, the Federico.
Bro, I just got goosebumps.
Dude, and it scared me. Like, I was freaked out. I was like, how did you know I was about to say something about Federico? He goes, I just thought you did ask me something about Federico. I was like, I never asked you. I never asked you.
Jose was a few questions ahead, and he was behind. He was like, shit, how do I answer for
I believe that shit, man. Because look at Lucy, the movie, right? Lucy, that movie was all about her using her whole brain, and look what she could do. She could fly and shit.
Yeah.
Dude. So that shit is real, man.
I got a question, though. I got a question.
Go ahead, Mike.
When does it become too much, or does it?
I mean, everything in moderation, bro. I mean,
No, I'm just saying. I'm not sure. Like,
No,
the
he's
scale
just asking,
I don't know the scale of this. I mean, what is the moderation level?
man,
I'm just saying technically.
there are different levels.
Everybody's different.
Like
right?
there are different levels. Like
Everybody's-
there's people have used it a lot. We kind of like gauge it. There's like a 0 level, which is the microdose. You get to the fucking spiritual level, which is like the 5. And there is anything in between. But people like, I mean, you can fucking like go on, bro. You can't really OD on the shit. Like,
No, I'm not saying like
But
too
this
much
is
for
the
that.
thing,
I'm just
though.
saying
But-
when does it become like how far does it go? I'm asking you like the parameters. You just laid it out like 0 to the 5, you know, and 5 being spiritual. As you,
Bro,
as you,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's hot, but
Mike,
Corey,
some people,
I done seen the star, the universe.
You see
on
things-
Bob
we
We
Hanley's
saw that
stuff.
together.
I've never
listen.
I've never seen something that wasn't there on mushrooms before. It just enhances or distorts what is there to me. You know, I guess in a way,
Bro,
you know?
I done
Right.
seen
I don't
some
know.
things.
Right.
You see things that
I done seen.
I mean, it's gonna change everybody. It's gonna hit different because
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we're genetically
You know a
different.
piece of wood.
right.
You know the wood
I'm just asking. I never have, and I just want to know if
Mike.
you have. Do you see things that aren't
Mike.
there? I'm just
Yes.
comparing notes. I mean,
For me, like, I mean, I could see like the fractals and shit, like the breathing pulses and
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like that.
Holy
You see
shit.
that
You see
shit.
that everything
but
breathes. Yeah,
it gets to a point where you can actually control it. I mean, I've gotten to a point where I'm seeing all this crazy shit going around me, and I'm still texting around. You know, I'm still
Yeah.
having a normal
Functioning,
conversation.
Yeah,
You know,
because
I'm
you
just-
know you're in there. If you respect and acknowledge.
Respect is the thing, right?
Yeah, that you're in it.
And
That you're
back
in
to
it.
your UFC thing,
You can control
it's
it.
your peripheral nervous system, bro. It's growing. You're fucking predicting these fucking things because you already know. You've already like seen perception beyond
Holy
what
shit.
these guys can comprehend.
Remember at the club one time?
All right.
There was
That's so
there was
crazy.
these little Arabic
That's so
drawings.
crazy.
And you want to talk about connection, my boy, like when you're talking about seeing or feeling the same thing that your boy is feeling, like my boy Nick, who I referred to like Paul Stamets Jr. and shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Like
that passed away, the one that got you
so
into it.
I already told Corey about this shit, man. But it was like my boy Nick, my best friend growing up. I was the tree guy. I fucking grew the best green when I was a kid. My boy Nick took the different path because he was like Native American and shit. So he liked fungi and peyote and shit like that. He started growing fungi. He's like, mycology this. I'm like, all right, what the fuck are these, man? So he hooked me up with some mushrooms and we started tripping. We're seeing the same stars. We started walking down this lake that we used to know. I used to go down to an island. And sometimes this, like, if it flooded, you had a like little land bridge.
Where was this at?
In Deltona.
Okay.
And so it's like you had this little land bridge that you could cross over to get to this island. And we started walking down to the fucking island and we're like, yo, we're getting wet, bro. We're walking into the lake and shit. Like, let's get out of here. And we come back to the road. It's like, we're fucking dry. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? We were wet, right?
Yeah.
So we sank up like, oh shit.
This is weird. Fucking with us.
We're feeling the same shit. Mind you, this is the same nigga that this guy reminds me of Stamets.
Right.
Like this dude had the same stutter.
Right.
He was all about mycology. He always wore this funny hat.
Yeah.
That's the mushroom hat.
Yeah. And so you want to talk about connections and shit, like it connected, like that's the spiritual connection that I had.
Yeah.
You know, like it came back, like the mushroom was like, yo, guess what, buddy? You already know this. You already know the game. But you weren't paying attention.
Got you.
Wake up this time, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You bring us watch this movie.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what they say, man. The scientific explanation, they say psychedelics target a selective subset of serotonin receptors. The one that produces the psychedelic effect is called the serotonin 2A receptor.
Well, that 2A receptor, we seen stars.
That's the motherfucker
war.
right there. That
we
2A.
seen him at war. Man, we was going 100 on I-4 with the sky going in battle. We was like, yo, you see this?
Star Wars.
It was better than Star Wars. It was Star Wars times 10. It was
Star Wars 1, 2, 3.
Dude.
The Empire Strikes
Yeah,
Back.
you should see me, and we on the back of a pickup truck. I'm like, this is awesome.
Well, real quick before we go on, I just want to say, man, the important thing to see here is not to go 100 miles an hour down the interstate doing that. Don't do that.
I wasn't driving.
Nah.
I was not driving.
Yeah, that's not.
That wasn't me on control right there. I was in the back.
Discipline.
The important thing to see right now is that these medicines actually have like I like the gun thing because if used responsibly, they're medicines and drugs are to heal. It's not to have fun and to party and all that shit.
It's just like a vehicle.
You got to respect it. You got to respect it, and you got to do it in the proper ways and shit like that. But look, I'm just gonna tell you like this. This is the best thing for me. I like the fact that these things have the ability to reduce people's ego, because if you could do that, if we could get into these people and we could push this on microdose level. I'm not going to encourage anything more than that because fuck that. But if we could get into these people and we could break their egos down and we could that would reduce the tribalism, because all tribalism is it's groups of ego. So if we could get into these minds and just say, look, man, look at it like from a decent perspective, like everybody just explained. Because if what we just read is even half true, even if it's half true, dude, we can make a full fucking all the way flip 180 degree turnaround here.
If you could fix Mike Tyson, you could fix anybody.
Yo.
But real talk.
I like that, right?
Nice.
Real talk, man. Like I think that everybody just needs to open their minds a little bit and realize that these things are medicines before anything, and you just have to be careful. So, with all due respect, Anybody else got anything to say before we move on?
I said it. If you could change Iron Mike,
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like
You can
that.
change anybody.
I like that.
I believe him, yo.
I believe him.
I don't know why, but I do.
It's true. All right, guys, let's get into Like It or Not before we get out of here. Gronk says the Super Bowl championship is one of the greatest accomplishments in sports history. Like it or not?
Love it.
Unbiased. Can we get some unbiased?
Unbiased.
Love it.
What makes it so great?
That it came together
What
in
makes
one
it
year?
the greatest?
Want
That
me
it
to
came
go?
together one
Want me
year
to
and
go?
they got
There's many levels, I know. I'm just being devil's advocate.
Yeah, no, me too, me too.
do.
That's why
I agree
All
with
right.
There's
Gronk.
many
All
levels.
right,
I'll
look,
let y'all
I'm
speak.
unbiased.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
a
ahead.
Raider. I'm a Raider fan.
Go ahead.
I'm
Yeah.
biased.
Hit us.
All right. TB, join TB, and one on SB. So
Yeah. And one
In
Yee.
TB.
And one Yeezy.
And when Yeezy.
And a single Yeezy to
Yeah.
meet the Super Beezy and his pleasy.
The only person you know is your boy, and the only person he knows is his boy.
To shove it up Bill Belichick's easy.
that to me shows. All right, you did it. All right, man. All right, I can't
Dude,
give him an
it-
asterisk no more.
Well, I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna be on a serious tip. This goes on a
Makes up
serious
for,
tip. It goes on
the
a serious
top rule.
tip. Not being a fan or anything. Okay, to be two individuals, to be on a team for so long, on one team for like so many years together, playing together, and do what they did for New England, and win so much championship, and have the nuts and the audacity to go somewhere else and say, hey, we could probably do this over there. That shows great pride, great strive and all. And to come and people and the world doubting them that they're going to go to these Bucs and not do it because they think that just because he's Tom Brady, he's going to do it. No, he needed Belichick and he needed this team. No, he went to another different squad trying and learned a whole different strategy and still came out and saying, hey, like he said when he came out of the comment saying, this is the best choice you ever made. He came out here to Florida and say, hey, Florida, this is the best choice y'all ever made. And we
Yo,
did.
and he put a fucking bow on that
Hey.
shit.
Yup.
But you know what? This team is built to fight the Chiefs right now. So as far as you saying like is 7 enough?
Jesus.
8. What if the Chiefs beat them next year?
I think the Chiefs can, man.
And
The
then
Chiefs can.
there's the rubber match. Will
Yeah.
he come back?
Yeah,
and
Yo, that turf toe will get you.
I'm coming
That
back.
turf toe hurts, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That turf toe will fuck you up.
always said turf toe and shin splints.
Dude, you know, Hoagie, how I feel about that turf toe. That shit hurts, bro.
I got turf toe.
Yeah. And Hoagie would step on my foot, bro. I'd be like, yo, I'll fight you over that shit, bro.
I'm like, turf toe? I never heard of that.
He's like, that sounds like the weakest shit I've ever heard.
What the fuck is turf toe? He's
Hoagie never had turf toe, so he always clowned me
had
for
shin
it.
splints.
A lot of talk around Russell Wilson saying he does not want to trade, but if so, his desired destinations are the Cowboys, the Saints, the Bears, or the Raiders. Mike, you got 2 and fucking 4 right there. The Saints or the Raiders.
I want him to go. That'd be cool if he went to the Raiders.
Oh, Wilson?
Oh, you think?
Oh yeah.
That'd be the best.
You could get rid of Carr.
That's
It'd be the best
Christmas,
for
yeah.
you, but it wouldn't be the best for him, I don't think.
You guys are fucked
I
up.
think I like him on
Yeah,
He's kind of.
they'll beat the Chiefs both games next year.
what's the other one? Not the Saints.
Who?
The other one.
Cowboys?
Cowboys. I would like him with the Cowboys.
Yo, if they traded, the
like
thing
the
about the
Cowboys.
Cowboys that makes sense. I was talking to O before the show about this because the Cowboys is boys, but I said that it makes sense because Dak has been, franchise tagged, and there's a bad relationship there, and the damage has been done. So to make a straight up trade for Dak and just give them what they fucking want, dude, I would do anything to get that done if I was Jerry Jones. And I think Dallas has picks and shit, so I think they could get
Russell
it
Wilson
done.
is a perfect fit for that squad. I think he plays. I think he plays cowboy ball.
And he would bring
Yeah, me
Ezekiel
too.
back, dude. Dude, it would. He looks like he belongs
If
in
it
a
looks
Cowboy
like it, I
uniform.
just when you said Cowboys, I say he looks like a cowboy.
Dude, he
to me.
looks like a little fucking.
Yeah.
And I don't like the Cowboys,
Yeah,
but
me
I,
neither, yeah.
but I like the league when the Cowboys are good because it's fun, man. So
He needs to join the dark side, man.
That had him.
He needs to get evil.
yo, he
He
would
needs to
look.
be a bad
Hey, you heard
boy.
what I
Hey.
just? Hey, you heard what I just told?
And not for nothing, Mike. It would help the Seattle Seahawks because Pete Carroll could use Derek Carr over there. So that might
it's a
be
good
the best
switch.
deal for if
Yeah.
you're talking about Seattle
And if
getting
you-
a good deal.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have Derek Carr than
a new
Dak.
spark.
Do
Yeah.
they move
Different-
Mariota?
yeah.
Do they
Yeah.
move Mariota though?
I don't know. That's up to the spider wide banana.
Nah.
Because he's good as a
He's
backup
solid
for
back.
Wilson.
Well,
For that kind of they're from them too.
yeah.
Spider too wide
He's a
banana.
good. He's a good
Spider
backup
wide.
carry, man. Yeah,
Man.
he stepped up.
But what about the Saints? They don't
Breeze
want to
coming
fucking
back.
sign Jameis.
Breeze ain't coming back.
Breeze is gone, I think.
I think he's coming back, man. After then, Brady whipped him on that. He's coming
Brady retired his ass, dude. Brady retired him, dude. That's how bad.
No.
And that's
Can't say
another
that.
thing.
That's why he won't retire.
And that's
Because
another thing.
That's when what's gonna be said.
Hold on.
You
But
think
that's
they'll try
another.
a
But that's
season?
another feather in Brady's fucking cap right there, dude.
Yeah.
He beat him to the point where he showed him, like, dude, not only did I beat you, I went on and beat Rodgers in Lambeau. It was freezing fucking cold. But then I went and beat the fucking new hot shot that's a Super
the
Bowl
new
champion
hot fire.
and MVP that could throw the ball 80-something yards
That's
down the
what I
field.
love.
Dude, I beat every fucking
That's
body.
what I love about it, man.
And it was my first, and I've been here for
Yo,
30 seconds.
Dog, it pumped me up when he was just knocking them down. I said, this is like a game of chess.
But don't sleep on our defense, though, man. We got to give major prop to Todd Bowles and the defense
Dude,
because
defense.
without them, dude.
I'm gonna tell you, defense came in and they played the factor, not a major factor. They played the factor, and what
That
they
was
did,
the factor.
they gave
was
Tom
everything.
Brady more chances to have that ball in his hands.
Facts.
So go out to defense. Everything goes out to defense.
Shout out defense.
Shout out
MVP.
defense.
Nobody's ever stopped the Chiefs from getting into the
Dude,
end zone.
no.
ever.
Touchdowns.
No.
Come on.
Jaguars hired Chris Doyle as director of sports performance. Chris Doyle left Iowa in June after numerous allegations of racist remarks to players, like it or not.
What's the like?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what would you?
Well, I'm saying he hired, man. Do you believe in second chances? I guess. I mean, let's say this.
That's a different question.
This is the thing,
I
man.
believe in third chances.
What if
damn
this
it,
guy
right about
said,
now
"Hey, man,
in my life"?
What if this guy is saying, dude, like, this is the fucked up thing about it, because you got to go back with the principle that hate is taught, right? So you always start there. And then you got to go, all right, man. Well, then if I believe that, then I believe that you could learn and unlearn shit, and you could so you got to, I would say there's no answer to this question unless I sat with the table with this dude and I heard his fucking justification for what happened, why he grew up like that. And I'd have to have hours of conversation with this guy to really get on his level to know what the fuck is real and what's not. And that's the only way you could do it, because I mean, coaching kids in school, man, and if they're just throwing racist remarks around, that's something that's got to be investigated. You got to really make sure that shit's not happening.
Dude,
that
I
could
do
cause
coaching.
a world of problems, dude.
And
Do you want that stigma being brought to your team
And then you
kill them around?
right.
Like,
And
There's
you
no
want that
racism
too.
on the team. And
Right.
There's kids, no cussing on my team, and there's no disrespecting on the team.
He's the director of sports performance for Jaguars. Interesting. Matthew Stafford to Rams, like it or not.
I like it. Upgrade.
I got first of all I gotta give shout out to Mike, because he called the so I want to ask
for
Mike.
real?
Yeah, he called that they're gonna not that he's gonna go there. He called that the Rams are gonna suck. So I want to ask Mike, do you think now that they got Matt Stafford, are they gonna turn it back around?
It'll be interesting, but I don't like him going to the Rams. But it should be interesting. It's hard to say.
You think he should have stayed in the D?
No.
But he could have picked a better destination.
Yeah.
I think the fucking Rams gave up a lot for him. Jared Goff, 2 first-round picks and a third, dude. Wow. That's a lot.
Nah, not when you're ready to win.
I hope
This
they
is it.
win.
I know,
You
but
gotta
that's
win.
what I'm saying.
I hope it goes well for him.
Gurley-
he's never had a team
Gurley
to
was
surround
a
himself with.
disappointment
I
too,
don't know.
man. I thought Gurley had a lot more in the tank too, man. I was like, fuck, he was a disappointment. I guess it just doesn't work like that sometimes. Oh well. The NBA is playing with the idea of having a dunk contest at halftime of the All-Star game, like it or not.
I like it because I like the dunk contest, but
That's always
that's so
fun
weird.
to watch.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I guess
They're gonna
I'll
have
take
a
it.
halftime.
But
dunk
don't you
contest?
think that would be too fast though? Like a halftime isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
How
but
the
I mean,
fuck
they
you
might
gonna-
extend it like the Super Bowl halftime. Like a Super Bowl halftime is not the same as a regular.
But then the
halftime.
player's gonna be mad cold.
But is it taking place?
I'm not here to argue. I'm here to say like they're not.
Yeah,
True
yeah.
that. True that.
I don't like it because, like you said, they get too cold. And then, like me as a fan or person who's watching the game, I'm a true believer of you're cooling me off when I'm hot. You can't.
I like its own day.
Huh?
I like their own day. I like Saturday.
Yeah,
more,
that's-
man.
that's awesome.
The All-Star game Sunday, dude.
Yeah,
Keep the
that's
shit
awesome.
on Saturday, man. You got the 3-point shootout too. What are you gonna do with the 3-point shootout? Keep it by itself?
Do it before or after.
Yeah. What the fuck happens to the 3-point shootout? That's just gone now.
And
I like that better than the dunk
And
contest
what is
kinda
it?
now.
The
I kind of do.
what Which one? The combo?
Well, not the last one. Aaron Gordon in that dunk contest was amazing. I take that back. The dunk contest has been pretty special, but
they've
that's
been pretty good, and people been getting robbed.
Aaron Gordon got robbed.
Yeah, people been getting robbed. Let's say it again. People been getting robbed.
Since being forced to come out of the mixed martial arts world, transgender MMA fighter Fallon Fox has gained intense scrutiny for competing in women's division. Like it or not.
No.
It's fucking crazy, right?
Get the fuck away from me with this bullshit.
Hold up. This is the transgender. He used to be a man.
This is a fucking chick that was a
Humble
dude.
skulls.
She's a dude, and she's fighting chicks, bro.
Okay, it was a guy.
And she crushed skulls, dude, and he's crushed skulls, dude. Like literally actual doing damage to these fucking females, man.
So it used to be a dude.
Yeah.
But because she lost, it's a transgender.
Yeah.
But because she lost, or he lost, or whatever you want to say, Fallon lost in 2014, I think it was. She lost in 2012, I think it was, or some shit, and then she won again in 2014 or some shit. I think
that's totally
so. It's
cheating.
like going on, but who's to blame? Her or fucking who's the fucking owner? Goddamn, why's my mind going blank? White, Dana White. Who's to blame? You know,
I'm blaming Dana White.
Dana White shouldn't even let that happen.
No, it's the organization.
Or is it a fucking is it a lawsuit that he's trying to duck? Is that what that is?
It's pretty much no different than like a performance enhancer, man.
If you're Dana White, Mike, and you're the owner, like, why are you letting that happen?
He doesn't want to face any kind of scrutiny.
Yeah. He don't want to say that he does not allowing transgenders to fight.
But I think it's worse that you let a man beat up on
a woman.
It's big news. It's great publicity. You know. I mean,
yeah,
it's
because
big. It's money.
Hey,
a male is born a male with way more testosterone.
That's sad, but it's true, Mike. Damn, dude. Is that what it's come to?
Money.
You know?
It's always been that way.
Money.
Fuck, man.
Money's the root of all evil.
We got to quit letting that desensitize us.
Yep.
In 2020, Jeff Bezos made over $35 million an hour. Like it or not.
Can't stop the grind, son.
$73 billion in total.
He can pay all our bills.
I don't like it.
When's enough money enough, right?
I hate it.
He could pay all our bills, man.
Mind your
when
business.
I'm walking
Don't
around
count
and
someone
driving
else's
around
pockets.
cities and I'm watching all these people suffering and everything, and we could take care of them, and the world could take care of them.
Dude, I would want to do that
and still live
I'd want
on.
to be the guy. If I had Bezos money, dude, I'd want to be the guy
to save the world.
Dude. To just give people fucking money and not even put a dent in my money because I got Amazon and they're all fucking good too.
Save the world, man.
And I'm just working. And this guy, I don't even have to do shit. Once your money's making yourself, you know.
And then once you save the world, more money's gonna come to you.
Oh, dude, you can't even spend it, dude. It's impossible as his money's coming in with the business that he has created. Yeah. And kudos to him for that, because that's what America's about. You're supposed to create your own business.
Yes.
But when, I guess the question is, when's enough money enough? You know, at what point do you get to, you know, go, all right, well, I guess, you know, I should start fucking, you know, feeling. I mean, that's what magic mushrooms are, right? It's like it helps you feel somebody else's position.
It's funny that a lot of us are put in a bad position because of the IRS, like all these tiers that we're in. Yeah, it's like, what tier is he in? Like, he can literally, like, if you income tax his ass, we're good. We're good. We're good.
We're good. Everybody don't gotta pay taxes no more.
Yeah, he's out of the atmosphere tier. Yeah, out of this atmosphere tier is what the fuck he is, man.
It's not
but
fair.
A quick side note: Alabama Amazon workers are fighting for a union. 5,800 workers have won the right to vote for a union representation. These workers, a majority of whom are black, could become the first workers in U.S. to defeat Amazon and win better wages and working conditions.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something
right now, guys. Good luck.
Amen.
Yeah, good luck. You know, for trying to be go to try to build a union, but right now at this time, Amazon's still paying good. Amazon
pays $15 an hour. You're wrong. They pay $15 an hour and they run them with GPSs on them. And if they if they don't fucking hit their quota, they get reprimanded. And they're literally fucking working in fucking terrible environments.
People that I talk to, they're happy with Amazon.
Yeah, they don't know any better.
They must be new.
They don't know better.
They're brand new. They be walking around happy.
They don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, man.
Put it like this. There are people that want to unionize.
Yeah,
man. They were just out on benefits. Bro, you want to see the picture? They were just out on the corner, dude. That's where I got this flyer and all this shit, man. They're out there. So,
well, I heard McDonald's about to pay $15 an hour.
Trust me, they hate life, dude. It's not good. Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer said she's getting abused in jail, like it or not.
I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Fuck her. Abuse her. They say she's had hundreds and hundreds of pat down searches because they're trying to make her on suicide watch or whatever. So they said they've got hundreds, upwards of maybe even over 1,000 pat downs. So maybe they're like molesting her. I know that's fucked up, right? That's fucked up. But thinking about what she did and shit, and now her lawyer's saying that she's getting abused in jail. Man, dude, I mean, I'm not saying that two wrongs make a right, but damn, karma does exist. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say.
Goes around, comes back around again. Ooh.
Yeah. Valentine's Day, like it or not.
I like it.
Valentine's Day.
If you're into it, I'll give you the head nod. Like, all right.
You're still you'll be over it in a few years.
I'm gonna tell you what, Valentine's Day. Not really a fan of it. You know why? It's cool sometimes you take but you should love your woman every day.
Exactly.
You should admire that.
He's
love
giving
all
the
the time.
PC answer, Mike.
You know what I'm saying? It's true because I get back.
Hoagie's got the podium.
Yeah, because I get back to realizing sometimes you forget what you got, but when you realize that you got a true love, you got to make sure that woman that you're gonna make sure that she knows that you love her, man. So roses and balloons and teddy bears, you can give that any hour of the damn week.
We like gifts too.
Yeah.
Oh, we like gifts too. Yeah, we know. You know why? But sometimes when you give, you start to want to expect that you're gonna receive something, but sometimes just a little card won't hurt.
Oh, you optimistic, Hoagie. I like it.
Yeah.
Expectations fuck shit up.
Word.
Yeah, it does.
I heard this thing called Galentine's Day, and the girls were participating in it, and I was like, well, why don't they just keep that? And then that way, single people don't have to worry about shit. So the girls could meet up with the girls, and they can make each other feel better. And the guys, it could be just a day that guys try to go get some pussy. And everybody be happy that day. Call it Galentine's Day instead of Valentine's Day. Done deal.
Wow.
Done deal.
I can't.
If you're into that type of stuff.
Well, because I don't like corporate holidays, bro. I think it's bullshit that we just pick a day out of the fucking year and say, hey, today's the day that half the women. Well, think about how many people would fucking feel like shit, dude. They don't like that day, dude, because they're fucking single chicks.
We're gonna call it National Pullout Day, and we're all gonna go and unionize and take our money out the ATM at one time and go have a good time.
That's pretty fucking funny, right there.
And hit up the strip club. Fuck it.
I like it. I like it. Everybody wins. Hero of the day as we wind down Black History Month. It's only right we honor Alberta King, mother of ML King. Like her son, she was gunned down about 6 years after her son was. She was playing the organ at a church. Some dude named Marcus Wayne Chenault jumped out and yelled, "I'm tired of all this," and he drew 2 pistols and for the next 90 seconds fired wildly continuously, killing Alberta and 3 others. So but the Kings, being strongly against death penalty, pushed to have his death sentence exchanged for life in prison. Even after that, dude, after losing Martin Luther King and his mom, dude,
willpower.
and you still did that.
2 wrongs don't make it right, bro. You still gotta stay on the right path.
That is a fucking message and a half, dude. Yo, thank y'all for coming in, man. Thank y'all.
Thank you. I've been waiting. So
I've been
waiting. Yeah. Yo, man, I love you guys, man. Thank you. Yo, everybody got anything else to say before we get the fuck out of here?
World, just cherish the one you love, man. That's just gonna be my little hints from now on. Make sure y'all communicate.
Communication. Love somebody.
Love somebody. Positive or negative every day.
Psilocybin for the win.
That's right.
Let's go. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you can't be nice, keep it moving there.
Be a part of the pride on the People's Network. Please subscribe.